Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready, blue ready. Mike 56. I got it. Check, 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 check.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Easy. Let's go.
Here's Winston. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Hey, 20. Point it right. Hey, Charlie. Mike 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Jones.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Mike 53. Yeah. Come on. Contact.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Buccaneers, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Black 25. Check 56. Who that? Who that? Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
The stop made by Myles Garrett.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
To throw on second and 6. Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Jameis now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be second and 12. From the gun, Winston. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Take 4. Take 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Buccaneers nothing.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
3 bucks.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second and 5 now. Winston. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Jameis to throw it. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 73 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Seibert on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
23 yards on the play. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
56. Mike's 56.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
Easy. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Winston now from the 50. He completes it to Evans. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
53 is the mic.
To throw is Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 50. Wild Bill.
Here's Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Ronald Jones. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Let's get it. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Defense, Winston. 53 is the Mike. Easy. Hey, let's get this.
Now Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Check 26, check 26. Bang, 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 bang.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Run. Check. Check. Hey. What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
For that, 20. Watch the slip.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Slam.
They'll run for it. Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready? Blue 80. 56. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Easy.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Evans has it left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready. Flag. Let's get the ball. Pick the edge. Pick the edge.
On 1st down, Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Nice hit, boy. Green,
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
56. 56.
From the 22, Winston. And they'll get this down to the 10.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
53 to Mike.
Winston. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check 53's Mike. Now watch one. Easy.
Now Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Alert! Hey, zoom.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 40.
Let's go. My touch.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he fires one, but incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Single receiver. Hey,
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Right here. 56. Mike's 56.
Easy. Wait. 50. Let's go. It's time to play.
Winston to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
The quick slant caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The quick slant, good for a first down. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Fights through, and now a crease. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. This will go for 5 up to the 33. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Let's go one more.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Rush in. Second and inches at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
On 2nd and very short. Wilson, he hits his running back, Procise. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. On the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Quick throw taken in by Snead. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Willie Snead. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Seahawks' 33-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Roberts got it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20.
Let's go.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Ravens 7, pick.
Let's go. 50 for flag. Mike 54. Watch the screen. 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 Chance. Switch. Hurry.
They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That 2nd down play nets a -4. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense they've got. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 71 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd
Check your backer.
and 11.
SOS. Hey, check 24.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On first down, throw size. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. With it is Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. An impressive 75-yard punt return as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part, just got the punt return for a touchdown.
And I would imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from him.
Yeah.
Should have kicked away from him. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. This time, Wilson will throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On the move to his left. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They go play action now. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, there goes a deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 66 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. 7 yards there and a first down. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a give, running right is Lynch. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. First down, the run with Lynch. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Wilson going to hand it to Procise. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. C.J. Procise taking it in. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Mike spot 4. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Oh, they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Right there, 54. Right there.
He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 3rd down and 14.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Here we go again.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Seahawks 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so.